and I've got this sorted out. My plan for today is simply to get my flashcards done and record myself saying them out loud so I can listen to it later. And in the meantime, I'm going to get my training done in RuneScape. So, two birds with one stone here. Three if you count the recording for later listening. The decks I have here, we have the Alice in Congeland N5, JLPT N4, my personal sentence mining deck, the Kaishi 1.5K, and the Core 2K. I don't have new cards being added to these per day presently because I'm caught up in some other business and I haven't had the motivation to add new cards, but I plan to pick that up pretty soon. In any case, I'm doing this maintenance study for now. This is N. This is for circle, but it can also be N or yen for money.
円
Yes. This is yomu, to read.
読む
This is shu, week.
週
This is, let's see, that's senshu, so last week, previous week.
先週
Yes. And this is aka, red, or akai, if there was an e at the end, but aka.
赤
So that's one deck down. And see, this is, like, the whole time I'm doing this, my little dude over here is enchanting these bracelets, so I'm getting XP and making money and doing this, so it's nice. So we'll do the next deck. Hold on, let me get some water. Pardon me. Excuse me. Here we have the... This is like business. Ah, see that alert tells me that I'm AFK in the game, so we just keep it going. Business, I believe. Business or work. Business, right? Yes. For the N4 kanji, I'm more concerned with their meanings than their readings. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to acquire readings with vocabulary. But for now, with N4 kanji and beyond, I'm more concerned with memorizing the meaning of, in a vacuum. Because I don't think... I'm not intent fully on memorizing all the meanings and readings of each kanji in a vacuum. In any case, this one... Let's see, we have sound, day, and heart. Those are the radicals here, but I don't remember what this means. Idea, E. Okay, so this is like E-me. There'd be a me at the end. E for idea. Okay. Sound, sun, and heart. So we'll do that again. This is quality, I believe. Yes. This is, I think, umi for sea, as in S-E-A, ocean. Not ocean necessarily, but sea. Yes. And this was idea, E. Sound, sun, heart is idea. Okay, E, idea. Yes. That's two. I'm going to go ahead and bank these. Alright, now I'll do my personal deck. This is weekday or workday, but I think it's weekday. And I want to say it's heishitsu. For some reason, that's what my brain is telling me it is. And the example sentence I have down here, heishitsu ni shigoto e iku. On weekdays, I go to work. Is it Heishitsu? Is that how you pronounce it? Heishitsu. Heijitsu with a G. Okay, so I barely failed that, but yes. So we're going to say that one again. I got the rest of it right, just but this one pronunciation here. That's these little claw marks on the top. That makes it a G, not a she sound. So I'll do that one again. Barely messed that one up. This is Chizu for map. Chizu ga ate mo mayoimasu. So even though I have a map, I get lost. So yeah, we'll call that hard because I couldn't read my yoimasu without my little pronunciation thing down here. This is how I used to format my cards. The previous card is how I've been doing it lately, with the core word up here and then highlighted an example sentence. I prefer that to this old formatting I used to use. I don't think this is particularly good. So I don't recommend formatting your cards this way if you do that. But yeah, we'll call that hard. See, this is how I format my cards these days, with the core word I'm trying to memorize, and then the example sentence with the core word highlighted. Let me go ahead and bank these. This is aisatsu for greeting. Um, so the mnemonic I came up with this is really silly. Instead of like I saw you, it's like aisatsu. So I greeted you. So aisatsu is greeting. Dakara, Ayako ga aisatsu shita toki, kikoe, kikoemasen deshita. I don't read very quickly, but this is dakara. That's why, or is it that's because? I think it's that's why. I think it's dakara. It's like that's why. When Ayako greeted, this is toki, like that's when, like time. Kikoe masen deshita. She was not heard. That's why she didn't hear when Ayako greeted her. Yes. The she here and her here aren't specifically mentioned. They're just kind of left in context. So that's why you're not seeing that in the sentence here. So this is more of a translation of the sentence from the context of the book I got it from rather than the direct sentence. But we'll call that good. Yes, it is aisatsu, so I was right. This is zenbu, meaning all together, whole. Sugoi, sore wa zenbu manga. It's like amazing. Are these all manga? Oh, I said sore wa, but this is kore. Kore wa zenbu manga. Yes. So that was correct again. Hopefully these sound effects aren't too overpowering in the audio. If they are, I'll have to adjust that for the next time. Ishoni, or together. Ishoni ikemasen ka? This is how you would ask someone, like, shall we go together? Ishoni means together, and then ikimasen ka is like, won't you go with me? Kyo wa hima desu ka? Today, are you free? Yeah, hima is like free time. And I memorized that by, if you look closely, it looks like a little dude on a computer desk with his back to like a chair. Uh, I I know that's not what these radicals are actually, but that's what I'm pretending they are. This is to this is like the passage of time or to elapse. I think this is tatsu. そして10分が経ちました. So and then 20 no and then 10 minutes passed is I think what this means. Yes. Tatsu, to pass of time, to elapse. And then 10 minutes passed. そして10分が経ちました. I'm gonna call that hard because it took me a minute. Here we have heijitsu for weekday again. Heijitsu ni shigoto e iku. Okay, so that's 3 of the 5. And of course, more cards have been built up for the other decks. Go ahead and bank here. So this deck, thankfully, has its own audio, but I'll still be... So let's see. I think this is Ganbaru, to do your best. And this is Benkyo mo Spotsu mo Gambatte imasu. So I think this is in your studies and in sports, do your best.
頑張る。
勉強もスポーツも頑張っています。
I got the context a little wrong. Because, yeah, in a vacuum that's a little hard, but I should have known that based on the ending of the sentence that it wasn't imperative, but rather descriptive of one's own actions. But yes, I got the word right, and that's what I'm basing these cards on. So, ganbaru, to do your best, to persevere. So I'm going to call that good. I think this is jotai, and I think that's like the conditions of a physical thing. Koko wa michi no jotai ga totemo warui desu. Here, the road's condition is very bad. Is this jotai?
状態。こ
Yes.
こは道の状態がとても悪いです。
I wasn't quite sure enough, so I'm going to call it hard. This is hajimete. The start, I think, or the first time, the beginning. And I think this is, I don't know if this is Kyoto or Tokyo, but I think I want to say it's Kyoto ni, so Kyoto. Kyoto ni kiru no wa hajimete desu. This is my first time coming to, let me read this again. Kyoto ni kuru no wa hajimete desu. I'm not that fast with reading because it's not my first language, but I think this is my first time coming to Kyoto.
初めて。東京に来るのは初めてです。
So yeah, hajimete is for the first time, and it was Tokyo, not Kyoto. So I got it flipped, and I do get these two flipped. So, but that's not the core word that I'm focused on here with this card. It's hajimete for the first time. So I'm gonna call that hard. Just because I get that hajimete and the other hajime, there's two hajimerus, one meaning to start and the other meaning to begin. It's like, okay, great, and they both sound the same. I think my understanding for that may be quite flawed. I would take that with a grain of salt and fact check me. What do we got here? I think it says shitsure shimasu, which is like, please excuse me or pardon me. If you were leaving the dinner table, I think this is something you would say.
失礼します。
Yes. Okay, good. Ma. So we got ma and then another ah, so ma. It's kind of drawn out. And I think that's like well or oh well. Or something like you could sometimes use just like my. But I think this is like well. So ma kore de ii daro. Ma kore de ii daro. Well, here is fine, I think. Or well, here should be fine. Or not, that's not here, because that's kore, not koko. It's not koko de, it's kore de. So, well, this should be fine. I think it's what, yeah.
まあ、まあ、これでいいだろう。
Yeah, well, this will do, I suppose. Yeah, basically. But yes. Sumimasen, that means excuse me. Sumimasen, kyo wa, I don't know this word, ga arimasu. Excuse me, today is, or today I have, or today there is blank.
すみません。すみません。今日は用事があります。
Yoji, that's something to do. Kyo wa yoji arimasu. Yoji ga arimasu. Today I have something to do. But yeah, sumimasen is excuse me, which is correct. I don't know if I have enough bracelets to get through the rest of these. I should have bought more. Oku, many. And then we have Maetoshi oku no hito ga. This is see and outside. So overseas. I don't know the pronunciation for that. So in the direction of. Ryo kisuru. Ryo kisuru. Every year, every year many people go overseas. And every year many people travel overseas. But oku here is many.
多く毎年多くの人が海外へ旅行する。
Mamoru, to protect. Kare wa hyakusoku wo mamoru hito desu. He is the kind of person to protect his promises.
守る。彼は約束を守る人です。
Tolzen? I think this is like natural, like naturally. Kanojo ga kokoru no mo tozen da. It's natural she would become angry.
当然彼女が怒るのも当然だ。
Oh, it's okoru, not kokoru. Okay, noted. But yes, tozen, naturally. I'll call that hard. See, I've slowed down the pace on some of these less familiar ones. Konnani, like this way, as such. Konnani, this, I think it's like this, right? こんなに面白い本は初めて読んだ. Yeah. I haven't read a book this interesting. Or no, this is my first time reading a book this interesting.
こんなに面白い本は初めて読んだ。
This is a little confusing. I'm going to call it hard, but it's there. I didn't get it exactly wrong. Joho. Information. 私はホテルの情報が知りたいです. I'd like to know information about this hotel. I'd like to know this hotel's information.
情報
私はホテルの情報が知りたいです。
I call it hard. Maho, magic.
魔法。彼女はまるで魔法にかかったみたいだ。
Mole. This is like already, or again, or yet. It can mean mole means so many things. I could be wrong with some of those, so fact check me on that. But mole is, you know it when you see it. Mo chotto tabetai. I want to eat just a little more. So here, mo is being used as more.
もうちょっと食べたい。
Tomodachi, friend, friends. Tomodachi to restaurant ni ikimashita. I went to a restaurant with my friends.
友達
友達とレストランに行きました。
And here you see it says friend. It's not plural here, but In Japanese, the plural and the singular are usually, if not always, interchangeable. So tomodachi could have meant friends or friend here. Here we saw this earlier, this maitoshi, every year. Maitoshi Christmas ni, I don't know what this, oh, kuni e kaerimasu. Every year on Christmas I return to my country.
毎年
毎年クリスマスに国へ帰ります。
Yes, I'll call that hard though. Okay, so that's 4 of 5 decks done. Now I've got the core 2K. Mitsukeru, to find. 新しい仕事を見つけました. I found a new job.
見つける
I'm going to go ahead and bank these. These I should be able to get through pretty quickly apart from the number counters. And admittedly, I don't really do the number counters very thoroughly. As long as I understand the meaning of the number counters for now, I'm not too... The readings are so... Ugh. This is aku, to be open. Akeru would be to open, but this is aku, to be open. Akeru is to open. So let's see, what is this? Ooh, this might be hiraku, to open specifically like books or like your eyes. So 32. ページを開いてください. Please open page 32.
開く。32ページを開いてください。
Yes. And yes, the word for open does change based on what you're opening between aku and hiraku. But yes, I got that right. I want to say this is totally like far away. 彼は Oh, no. This is hayai, like fast, isn't it?
速い。彼は走るのが速い。
Yes. And there's hashiru, to run. I was paused on there, so I'll need to... Hashiru is to run, and hayai here is fast. I'll call this one hard. I think this is light. I want to say it's karui. Light is karui, I think. Did I not... Oh, I didn't start the enchantment for the... There we go. Karui, light, I think is what it is. What is this? I think this is shoes. この靴はとても軽い. These shoes are very light.
軽いこの靴はとても軽い
Yes. I was right. Okay, very good. 大学 big school, university, college. 大学に行ってもっと勉強しています. What? I don't understand this sentence, but I know daigaku, so I'm gonna let the people explain the sentence.
大学に行ってもっと勉強したいです
Okay. The もっと勉強したいです is want to study more. So this is 大学に行ってもっと勉強したいです. So I want to go to college and study more. But yes, I'm going to call that good because I knew college. 終わり ending, completion, 終わり 夏休みも終わりだ. I think this is like, and summer is already finished.
終わり夏休みももう終わりだ
I don't know what this mo is doing here, but this mo is like already. Okay, so yeah, summer vacation's already over. Natsuyasumi mo Natsuyasumi mo owarita. Jeez. It's a bit of a tough one to read out loud for me. But yes, owari, I did get that for finished, so I'm calling that one good. Kimeru, to decide. I'm not going to try and read this sentence. That one's...
決める。帰国することに決めました。
Yeah, but kimeru, to decide. Here I think we have osoi, like late or slow. Mae no kuruma wa totemo osoi. The car in front of it is very slow.
遅い。前の車はとても遅い。
Yes, very good. Here we have shaberu, to chat, I think this is. Kanojo wa yoku shaberu ne. I think she talks a lot.
しゃべる。彼女はよくしゃべるね。
Yeah, that is what it says. Oh, I should have done that as hard instead of good. Oh well. Daisuki, to really like. Watashi wa inu ga daisuki da. I really like dogs.
大好き。私は犬が大好きだ。
Okay. This is futatsu. Two of, or yeah, I think this is like two things.
2つ。ソフトクリームを2つください。
That's soft cream or futatsu kudasai. That's two ice creams, please. Here we have saki, which is a head. Osaki ni dozo. Please, go ahead.
先。お先にどうぞ。
Yes, very good. So that's all the cards for today. 45. I think that's including... I think that 45 number is the ones I saw. I think that if I do as the same card twice, I still think it counts it as 2. But I timed that, it looks like I timed that pretty nicely because I just have these 8 bracelets to enchant left. And then that'll be my Anki for the night. I might do this more. I probably will. Just because it's something I can listen to on the road while I'm working. Sort of like review. And it also gives me something to do. Like I said, 3 birds with 1 stone. And once these are done, I'll end the video.